I am really torn on this signing. Raheem Sterling has been offered to Aston Villa, who have held internal talks about bringing the British winger to the club. Guys, before we talk about Raheem Sterling, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on and comment down below your thoughts. We are looking to grow this channel into being one of the biggest Villa channels on YouTube, and your support does that, and it means the world to me as well. But I'll get the plug-in out the way. Let's look at Raheem Sterling, and should Villa sign this Premier League legend? So Raheem Sterling, still only 29 years of age. I actually don't know how that is humanly possible that he is only 3 years older than me, because I feel like he has been at the top level of Premier League football for like my whole lifetime. Really weird. Only 170 centimetres tall, plays on the left, right, or in an attacking midfield role. It says preferred foot both. I'm really not sure how good he is using both of his feet. His market value currently sits around 37 million. I can only assume that Chelsea would accept a cut price deal, considering they have frozen him out of their squad like they have done with 20 other players, because that club is a mess. Last season in the Premier League, 31 games, 22 starts, 8 goals and 4 assists. Isn't too bad in the grand scheme of things. Actually, I thought it was going to be worse, but you look at his stats on the right hand side of the screen now. I can hover over them. 23 goals in 130 games for Liverpool, 131 goals in 340 games for Manchester City, and then 20 goals in 80 games for Chelsea. He is a consistent performer, and 20 goals in 82 games for England as well. We look at him in the Premier League here, and actually his goals for position is not too bad. Top 20th percentile. His XG on target, top 17th percentile. In terms of his possession, 45 successful dribbles puts him at the upper echelon of Premier League winners. 180 touches in the opposition box, won 3 penalties last season as well, and defensively not afraid to get back and get stuck in as well. 109 duels won, 13 interceptions, 23 times he won possession in the final third as well. We look at his per 90 as well. Obviously he wasn't getting a majority of starts last season, and you can see the greens are still there to be seen. But the thing with Sterling is we have to look at how he has been over the course of his career. You look at the Premier League season before that, if we switch back to his total stats there, 6 goals, 3 assists. Again, it hasn't really worked out for him at Chelsea. We go back to the 21-22 season when he was at Man City, 13 goals and 5 assists. I hope that it goes back one more season is really what I would like to see on this. I think it probably does, to be fair. The FootMob is such a great website to be used as well. 2020 to 2021, 10 goals, 7 assists. It's pretty consistent. We're going to bring up his whole career stats shortly, and you look at his honours list as well on the right hand side of the screen there for Man City and Chelsea. It is out of this world, but I do question a couple of things, and we want to talk about them right now. And here lies my issue with Raheem Sterling. His weekly base salary without bonuses is £325,000 per week, an annual salary of 17 million. Still got 3 years left on his contract. Yes, I know he has been frozen out of the squad, stripped of his number 7 number, but he could just sit that contract out if he really wanted to and play pretty, and he's not going to want to take a massive reduction on that. I have heard that he is willing to take a wage reduction to play football, but it's going to have to be a substantial one for Villa to justify signing him. We don't even know how much Chelsea are willing to sell for. Like, if it's a £25 million sale and his salary, which realistically, even with a pay cut, could be around £200,000 a week, is that too much for Raheem Sterling? And look, ultimately, do you ignore those stats, or not the stats, sorry, the salary and the price, because of the calibre of player that he is? 123 goals and 62 assists in the Premier League, 27 goals, 17 assists in the Champions League, 11 goals, 13 in the FA Cup. It goes on and on. This is a player of 41,000 first team minutes, playing at the most elite level of football, nearly 5,500 minutes in the Champions League for clubs that were winning the Champions League, challenging in the Champions League. There's no doubt about the quality and calibre of player that Raheem Sterling is. I just worry whether he would be able to bring that out at Villa. Was he just a system player under Pep Guardiola, or is he a game changer? And look, I only say that because you look at his stats here. Clearly, his most impressive stats were with Manchester City. I mean, the season that stands out to everyone is the 18 goal, 11 assist season. He also scored 20 goals in one season, 17 goals in another, and had a decent last couple of seasons for them. But he did also have those sort of impressive seasons back in the day for Liverpool: 9 goals, 5 assists, 7 and 7. And again, 8 and 4 for Chelsea last year isn't the worst in the world. Obviously, a majority of their goals and assists were coming from a certain Cole Palmer. But another thing I'd like to point out is that Villa fans seem to be saying, oh, he'll come in, play the second striker / split striker role and just revolutionise our team. You can see on the screen, he's played second striker 12 times in his career. It's not a position that he's experienced in. And I would just ask you, right now, what does he bring that Morgan Rogers doesn't? So what are my overall thoughts? You've heard my opinions, you've heard my arguments. There's a lot of fours. Sterling, a great player. Premier League experience, Champions League experience. There's a lot of cons. Do I think that he's better than Morgan Rogers right now? On current form? Probably not. Is he the answer to all of our problems, playing a role that he's played 12 times in his career? Probably not. So it's a real tough one. And for me, I think the overarching, the massive cloud that hangs over my head is the salary and the price that we'd have to pay for him. And for me, it's too much. And we should be looking elsewhere, or just looking to develop John Duran if he is now staying, looking to develop the likes of Morgan Rogers, Jadon, Philogene as well, as opposed to bringing in Sterling. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. And as always, up the Villa, be nice to everyone, and I'll see you soon.